Oh, well.
Franco, could you reflect back on the kind of year you had this year? Did you, when you started spring training, did you feel that you would do as well as you did?
I thought that I could do well, but it was a thing of how much chance would you get, and like the thing of going in there not knowing really what to expect, so you really couldn't set any goals or anything like that. You just had to go in there with the type of attitude you were just going to do your best and try to get the experience.
What's it like for a fella coming out of college, coming into the pros? You weren't expected to start right off. Was it tough for you?
No, I didn't feel any sort of pressures or anything like that. I guess I was just thinking, it's going to take some time. Like it's not going to be a thing where I'm just going to jump right in, and just tear the place apart. So I went in there with the attitude that it's going to take some time, just work hard and keep going at it, and eventually something will break for you.
How many times have folks asked you to describe the catch you made?
Quite a few times, and it's still hard to answer, what really happened.
Could you give it one more shot? What happened?
Well, the situation was that, I was supposed to be in the backfield blocking at the time. That was the pass, that was called. That was my assignment. And Bradshaw started to scramble. So, I guess it's one of those things from old, the old school you learn when a quarterback's in trouble. If you can give him another outlet, do so. So I left the backfield and started going downfield, looking at him all the while, maybe thinking that he would see me, hoping I was open. But I saw him throw the ball downfield, and when he threw the ball, I turned towards the ball, started running towards the ball. And then that's when everything happened, the collision and the ball coming back and me catching it and then running.
What went through your mind when you got into the end zone? Were you worried about penalties or anything like that?
No, it really didn't cross my mind at that time. I just really felt good, and then all the people jumped out, and you really didn't have time to think about anything really, and then after all the excitement died down and the officials were checking on things, and then I started to think, wow, maybe this could turn the other way now.
How about when you played Miami? Did the team feel that they could beat Miami?
Oh yes, look, I think definitely that we thought we could win it, and I think we played a good game, but I think Miami's experience and maturity showed out over us, during the final stages of the game. I don't think personnel-wise they're any better than us, but certain breaks, they took advantage of them and they went ahead.
We oftentimes read about pressure on a football player in a big game like that. Is there a lot of pressure? Do you really feel under a strain?
Well, because it is, your last chance. If you lose, you're done. So you do tighten up a little bit more than you normally would because it's a game that means so much, and you try to concentrate and to avoid mistakes. And every time you really have to concentrate really hard, you tend to tighten up a little bit.
How about now? Your club has played Miami. Miami's going to play Washington in the Super Bowl. How do you see the Super Bowl this year?
It's going to be a very rough game. It's going to be against two experienced teams, so it could be a game of that one mistake of the other team taking advantage because since they are very mature and experienced and they both have two good coaches, they are going to. There aren't going to be that many mistakes made, and if there are one made, if there is one made, the other team will probably take advantage of it, and maybe that could be the big play.
Who do you think will win, and why do you think they'll win for next season?
I really haven't set any goals. All I know is, I've set some goals on the off season that I want to work a little harder than I did last year, because it's going to be a greater challenge next year because we have a really tough schedule, So, my goals are set now for the off season, and then on the regular season, I'm just going to do the best I can do.
Thank you very much, Franco. I appreciate it. We'll say any one of Miami's backs, Song, Kicker, or Morris.
Well, I look at Larry Brown as the back. Ever since we played him in preseason, I've always, loved the way he ran and kind of helped me a little bit to establish myself. Like watching him run. So, like I don't want to, take any away from Sonka, Kick, and Mercury because they're really three great backs, on a great team, and they really do a great job, But
Do you think individually Brown is a better back than any of the other three?
but that's what I personally feel.